All right, friends, I can promise you something. When I'm off for the better part of a week during the month of December, primarily the final week in the month of December, it will be Matt Murphy on a Christmas vacation. It will not be a winter vacation. It will not be, a solstice vacation. It will be a Christmas vacation. Thank you very much. We're going to talk about this here in just a moment on Super Talk 99.7 WTN. This hour, we got I got the winning Nincompoop story today, fellas.
Oh, no, I got one.
Do you now?
I got a Florida man.
Do you now?
Do you?
I do not.
Ken?
I'm not telling.
Ken's not telling. Ken's not telling because Ken won yesterday. And I did the counting, so I know that Ken won yesterday. Yay! Don't give me that look, Jackson. Don't give me that look. I thought I was pretty good. You thought you were pretty good. The tie goes to the Weaver, and you need to know that by now.
I heard 6 million additional votes came in for Weaver overnight.
Do you now? Did you now?
No. The sewage pipes busted, and they had to stop voting.
Yeah, they had to call it about 2:00 in the morning.
Yeah.
There were some ballots. There was one big box that said Jackson votes. Those didn't get counted.
Yeah,
we had to put those back under the table because of the sewage.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate.
We had a little scare in the vote counting booth. So we had to suspend voting.
Jackson's just going.
He's confused as hell. You know what we're talking about, Jackson?
I'm assuming the 2020 election.
Hey, Jackson.
Way to go,
good
Brother
for
Jackson.
You. Good for you.
I didn't live under a rock that year.
What was that over at Georgia, kid? They said the plumbing got backed up.
Yeah, plumbing got backed up.
We're going to have to stop counting.
Going to have to stop counting. However, a few of us are going to remain behind and take care of these boxes.
Yeah, we're just going to start pulling boxes from out underneath the table and start randomly counting those things. What are you doing over there? Oh, we're just finishing up. Don't worry.
Nothing.
No, don't worry about it. Go take that plunger and try to fix that toilet. Anyway, I got a good one. That's coming up at 5:35 today. Tomorrow on the show, Representative Johnny Garrett will join us to talk further about the Sumner County vote that's happening tonight. So apparently they're voting on winter break versus Christmas break. This is I want to say it's the stupidest conversation we've had in a long time. It's not dumb in as much as people are there are groups of individuals, some of whom masquerade around as conservatives or believers in our constitutional rights and all of that are trying to eliminate. I've never understood this desire to eliminate Christianity out of our every fabric of our lives. And look, I'm one that understands that I'm such a believer that I don't need faith to be superseded by force. In other words, my faith supersedes the force of government in every way. And I hope you understand what I mean by that. I don't care what the government tells me about a certain aspect of my life if my faith dictates that I act a different way. Now, that doesn't mean that I get to break the laws that I don't like that are on the books, but it does mean that my faith supersedes whatever force you initiate in the laws that you interact with or you enact. So I'm regularly amazed at the number of people. For example, let's imagine that Jackson and I head off to a football game this Friday night. And let's imagine further that we sit next to a couple of atheists. We sit down, we're going to watch our football game, and there's a couple of
Bama fans.
Sure. Godless, heathen Bama fans. And we get ready to say, a prayer or to honor our nation by saying the Pledge of Allegiance or honor our nation by singing the Star Spangled Banner or whatever it might be. Or let's just say it's a prayer. And the guy on the loudspeaker says, "At this time, please rise as you are able and bow your heads for a prayer over tonight's festivities." Now, these atheists that are sitting in the crowd, they're atheists, right? They don't believe in God. But they recognize that most people in their community, most people in and around them do believe in some higher power. It's always boggled my mind why they concern themselves with what people of the Christian faith do and why they care. Am I making sense to you? Like, if you are an atheist, is it that much of your time just to stand there quietly while those that believe in God Almighty pray to Him for the safety of the people on the playing field and for the safety of the people in the stands as they enjoy the game and as they drive home later on that evening? Is it that much of an inconvenience for you? And if you are truly an atheist, would you not just stand there? I mean, and look around. Oh, look at all these silly Christians or whatever it is. What I don't understand, I mean, you get to do whatever you want as long as you don't interrupt the proceedings of the majority. What I don't understand, because no one's taking away your right to, stand around and not pray. No one's forcing you to do anything you don't want to do. I've never understood this concept of demanding that the other people that believe differently than you stop what they're doing. It doesn't make any sense to me. You want them to stop praying to a God that you don't believe in. Why is it such skin off your nose that they do that to begin with? And I think I know the answer. The answer is they're not very damn sure that they're right, and pushing that toward them makes them feel uncomfortable about what their stated beliefs might be. That is what I think's going on. But either way, it's not for me to tell you how to believe. But it's not for you to tell me how to believe, and it's certainly not for a minuscule minority of a general population to demand that the majority of the people, the vast majority of the people, act in a manner that is consistent with their beliefs.
Or try to tell you how you should act.
Right. So no one's forcing it. We're all at the football game, and there's atheists at the football game. Nobody's forcing that person to pray. Nobody. And you can think whatever you want to about everybody. But you're trying to force every person at that football game to change the manner in which they act to comport to your beliefs. It doesn't make any sense to me, particularly when there's zero harm to you. But more on that in a moment. Because I have something to read to you regarding the conversation that we had with Riley Gaines that greatly amuses me. It is from a woman. I don't know this person. So Riley Gaines was named as a replacement on the Sumner County Library Board last night. And apparently there are members of the Sumner County School Board that claim to be Republicans that are not very happy about any of this. Namely, Megan Breinig. How would you pronounce this one, Ken? This is a toughie. You ready?
I'll try.
Breinig. Breinig? Breinig?
Yep.
Breinig. Okay, we'll go with Breinig. All right, so Megan Breinig is a member of the Sumner County School Board. And upon hearing about the appointment of Riley, and she says I'm looking at her Facebook page here, and it says that that Megan is a Republican. At least that's what it says. So this was her response via email upon hearing that Riley Gaines was added to the library board. The title, the subject line is Reckless Library Board Appointment. And she's on the, I guess she's on the county. Well, no, she's not on the county commission. She's on the school board. Let me make sure that I got this right. I don't want to get accused of misrepresenting who this lady is. And I lost. Yeah. She is Sumner County School Board District 8. Megan Breinig. Dear Commissioners, I'm deeply disappointed in your decision to move forward with this appointment without apparent consideration for the damage that it will cause to our community and to the reputation of our public institutions. It is clear that this body did not think through the consequences of appointing a public figure like Riley Gaines to the library board or the impact that it will have on the board's ability to function effectively. Now, I want a side note here. For the last several months, half of the library board have refused to meet. They refuse to meet because they do not want to be put on record as to where they stand on allowing your school-age children to read about transgenderism in the public library system. Now, once again, no one is preventing any parent from buying any book that they want to buy and sharing it with your child, whatever your child's age might be. You get to rear your child in a manner of your choosing in your home. But as a society, we have certain demands about what our children are and are not exposed to, certain expectations about what our children are exposed to in the public school system. And these are materials that are deemed by the community to be inappropriate. Period. But I digress. Ms. Brennig says that this will be of great negative impact on the school board's ability to function. The library board, I'm continuing now, the library board's work depends on collaboration, neutrality, and focus on community service. Instead, you've introduced a political lightning rod whose presence will inevitably shift attention away from the library's mission and toward controversy and division. Recent weeks have already shown how little gets accomplished when attention seekers are given leadership roles. You surely remember the chaos and hostility that erupted the last time Ms. Gaines involved herself in our library system. Her visit triggered a national media circus, the unfair firing of a good man, and even bomb threats against the Hendersonville Library. That was a dark and ugly time in this county, one we should be learning from, not repeating. Good Lord. Ms. Gaines has repeatedly demonstrated that she uses her platform on X as a weapon. She attacks members of our community with no regard for the truth or for the safety of those she targets. Appointing someone who thrives on divisiveness to a position meant to serve all residents is both reckless and beneath the position of leadership you hold. Did any of you even confirm that Ms. Gaines currently resides in Sumner County? I never heard this questioned last night. Or was this decision made without due diligence and without any effort to seek input from the public you are meant to represent? During this discussion, I did not hear any qualifications presented that relate to the actual responsibilities of a library board member. Ma'am, how many qualifications do you think it takes? How much smarter do you think these people are than the rest of the constituents that you claim to serve on the school board? I have never met more snotty, elitist, holier-than-thou elected representation than people on the school board. Generally speaking. Generally speaking. You will never meet people that think that they're smarter than you while being dumb as a box of damn hammers as your average elected member of a school board. I'm sorry. I know that makes a lot of y'all mad. That's fine. It is my life experience that school board members are elitist, they're pompous, they think they're smarter than all of you, they think they can raise your children better than any of you. And I don't care what letter they have behind their name. Now, I don't know this lady, but I want to get to know her in the form of a conversation. Jackson, you're about to have a task. I'll tell you about it in a moment once I finish her little letter here. This appointment was thoughtless and politically motivated, not community-minded. You've handed a powerful position to someone who has already harmed our county's image and put residents at risk. The citizens of Sumner County deserve better than this. Sincerely, Megan Brennig, Gallatin, Tennessee. This is an external email. Please exercise caution. Do not open attachments or click links. So that's so Megan, Meghan Breinig, Breinig. I want you to hit her up on Facebook and see if she'll come on the show and talk to us about her letter. I have questions. How exactly has Riley Gaines damaged the community? How exactly has she put residents of the community at risk? What would you recommend is a better answer to her appointment? That you continue with an 8-8 tie where 4 members of the library board refuse to show up and debate an issue like transgender-themed books in our school children's libraries? I don't know you, ma'am, but I'm willing to get to know you. 22 after the hour, 615-737-9986. If you have thoughts or comments on this or the conversation about winter/Christmas break, we'll open up the phone lines to you. 615-737-9986. It's the Murphy Show on Super Talk. Super Talk 99.7 WTN. A lot of commentary on our conversation regarding Riley Gaines as an appointee to the library board, and also a broader conversation to be had by the Sumner County. Is it the Sumner County School Board or the Sumner County County Commission?
It is it's the Sumner County Library Board.
No. The vote. I'm sorry, Ken. That was my bad. The vote tonight that's happening on winter break versus Christmas
that's
break.
The commission.
That's the county commission.
Oh, no, wait, that's the school board. I'm sorry, the school board.
Okay, I was confused on the two. So, yeah, the school board.
Brother Murphy.
No. I asked the question inartfully. That's on me. So, yeah, the library board appointed Riley Gaines to the board, and she makes now 9 members. It's a 9-member board, and some wanted to shrink it to 7. Because they wanted a moderate, and I'm being generous here, a moderate majority as opposed to a conservative majority. And now you're going to have 9, and you've got a conservative majority with Riley on the board, and they're going to try to reflect the desires of their community. And once again, no one's preventing any parent from exposing their child to any book they want to expose their child to. Nobody. They are protecting those parents that don't want their children in their absence exposed to books that those parents do not approve of. Y'all tell me where I'm wrong in exercising the caution that way as opposed to the other way. So in one scenario, those books aren't present in the library system, yet parents can share any of those materials with their children if they so desire. Right? But those parents that do not want their children exposed to that type of material do not have to fear exposure based on that material being present in the library itself. What's the issue? Exercise caution on that side of it other than the other side. Sally says, didn't Ken Weaver report that the school board was not going to vote tonight? Last I heard, the school board was voting tonight on the issue of Christmas break versus winter break.
They're voting tonight.
Yeah, it's 6 o'clock this evening. So, Sally, no, that vote is happening, as we understand it, tonight. So, I'm also, 2236 writes in and says, I'm also a Republican, and it concerns me that Riley is there. She has not been regularly attending library meetings. We visit the Sumner County libraries often as a homeschool family. It's my responsibility to filter what books my child picks up or what shows she watches. Riley was involved in firing a good Christian man from the Hendersonville Library. I remember that. I was at the Hendersonville Library when Riley and Kirk Cameron went up. I visited the Hendersonville Library. I wanted to say hello to Kirk, say hello to Riley, and did so. The Kirk Cameron debacle was crazy and embarrassing. Well, it was embarrassing because of the clapback that Kirk and Riley and other Christian folks received over their book readings, in my opinion. But, I mean, you're entitled to yours. I'm entitled to mine. They're equally valid, I suppose. As a resident of Sumner County, I worry about how her public platform will affect our libraries. The library system and the school system libraries are different. They have different directors and are not under the same board. I understand, and if I inartfully articulated that, I apologize to you, 2236. I understand the public library system and the school library system are two different systems, so I apologize. They both are funded by, taxpayer dollars, obviously. I am interested, if you're listening still, 2236, how you believe Riley Gaines' public platform will impact your library system whatsoever. And what you think about my solution in all of this, that we err on the side of caution, protecting those parents that don't want their young children exposed to that. And perhaps those parents don't have the ability to constantly, as you apparently do, monitor what books your child might pick up at the library. You know, I don't have a problem with them being in a, I mean, for me, I don't have a problem with them being in a restricted section. I don't know if that's what we're talking about or not, but I don't have an issue with that. But I also don't have an issue with Riley Gaines being on the board. Nincompoops coming up, plus your calls. It's 31 after the hour on Super Talk.
Yes, sir.
What? Oh. Hold on, my shoe's untied.
Yes, sir.
I can't fly like a free bird with my... Why are we playing this, Jackson?
Woo, jam it.
I mean, I like it. Turn it up, Jackson. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yes, sir.
Wail on that thing. I'm told that Ronnie Van Zant was a perfectionist, an absolute perfectionist.
Oh, yeah?
And he expected studio quality at every performance from Led Zeppelin. That's what I'm told. That's what I'm told. What do we owe the pleasure, Jackson? You just trying to mix it up a little bit?
Yeah, just that song shreds.
I love it. I absolutely love it. No, that is an epic rock anthem right there, baby. One of my favorites. Super Talk 99.7 WTN.
And yesterday,
yeah,
48 years since the plane crash.
Wow.
I've read, Ken, you might know about this. I don't know if you do or not, but I have read that if Ronnie was wearing a seatbelt, he might have lived.
I've heard that.
Different world, man. It would have been a different world.
Oh, man, what a band. What a band.
Oh, man. And you know what I like about them, Ken?
What's that?
Proud of where they were from.
Yes, sir.
And not afraid to say it. Even with all of the issues that were, I mean, you know, we all got some problems in life, but they were proud of being from the South.
Yes, sir.
And they were proud to tell you about it.
They had an Okie in that band.
Who was that?
Steve Gaines.
Oh, yes. Yes. Southern Man don't need you around anyhow. They're, what's his name? What was his name? Young, Neil Young?
Yeah, Neil Young.
Yeah, Southern Man don't need you around anyhow. So I am, did I say Led Zeppelin? Did I say Led Zeppelin?
You did.
Why did I say Led Zeppelin? I'm sorry.
I didn't even hear that.
I apologize. If Ken Weaver had heard that, he would have corrected me. Leonard Skinner, obviously, not Led Zeppelin. Goodness gracious.
Man.
I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. All right.
I got to see them with Billy Powell was still on the keyboards with them.
Wow.
And, man, that's one of the best shows I've ever seen.
Oh, so good.
And they're in that, I can't even talk about it. When Johnny puts Ronnie's head up on that microphone.
Oh, and
during that, oh, man.
When they're playing the beginning of that? Man,
no, the end of it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, is it the end?
Yeah, it's during the solo.
That's cool, man. All right, so, yeah, mucho apologies from your host for misidentifying the band. Obviously, I know the difference between Led Zeppelin and Leonard Skinner. I don't know. Maybe I'm having some sort of brain aneurysm. It's 43 after the hour. I also have to correct another thing. So I conflated the school libraries and the public libraries, and we're talking about the public libraries here, not the school libraries, obviously. And so we're trying to restrict access from some of this inappropriate material in the public libraries. Joanna Daniels is making that a cause of hers, and the expectation is that'll happen. Once again, if you want your child exposed to these types of things, obviously you can get them exposed to these types of things, but these are explicit materials, sexually explicit materials, transgender-themed materials, and they've not been able to get this past the finish line because of the 8 voting members. They are at an impasse. They're tied 4-4. And as a result, you saw the appointment of the 9th member of the board, and that person is Riley Gaines, who we just spoke to about an hour ago. It's 44 after the hour. It's time for Nincompoops in the News. Super Talk 99.7 WTN. It is our daily opportunity to step away from the news items and the headlines of the day and to find those offbeat stories about nincompoops. Ken Weaver finds one. Jackson Williams finds one. Matt Murphy finds one. We present them to you, and you, as a collective listening audience, get to vote on who your favorite nincompoop is on a day-to-day basis. And whomever has won the vote on the previous day, so long as we count it up or remember to do so, they get to go first. And today's first submission to Nincompoops in the News is Ken Weaver.
Take it away, Ken Weaver.
This here comes from Nashville. Another Nashville story.
Mm-hmm.
Woman charged with pepper spraying Waffle House employees.
Oh, no.
A woman faces several felony assault charges after reportedly using pepper spray during a dispute with employees at the Waffle House in Donaldson. Mm-hmm. Channel 2 says officers responded to the incident about 6 o'clock Monday morning over there on Stewart's Ferry Pike. According to court documents, officers arrived to find the suspect, 21-year-old Ariana March, inside her vehicle in the parking lot with a bottle of pepper spray in the passenger seat. She reportedly told authorities she was exposed to pepper spray after it had gone off while in her hand. Employees told officers March had entered the restaurant and demanded food. And when the employees refused to serve her, she allegedly went out to her car and came back inside with the pepper spray. Reports say after March sprayed the cook, she and others in the restaurant were affected by the spray due to the room's small size. March was arrested and charged with 3 counts of felony assault on a law enforcement officer, misdemeanor resisting arrest, harassment, 2 counts of assault with bodily injury. Her bond set at $30,001.
Huh, and $1. Huh, $30,001.
That's got to be a typo.
That's got to be difficult. What if you just got the $30,000?
Judge, all I've got's $30,000.
Where's your $1? Scattered, smothered, covered, and pepper sprayed.
Yeah. It went off in her hand.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. It just went off. I don't know what to tell you. That's awesome. Little pepper spray at Waffle House amongst friends. It can get pretty crazy. Let me tell you, I can tell you some stories about Waffle House, Ken.
Yes, sir. You used to work there.
It gets pretty crazy at Waffle House in the middle of the night.
I bet.
Oh, man. You got people doing things in the bathroom they're not supposed to do. I got old drunky Joe. He's passed out in his grits. I got to get him up. I got to fight over here on the other side of the thing.
Yeah, you were the manager.
Oh, my gosh.
So you had to deal with all that.
I've been to this Waffle House.
What, the Donaldson one?
Yeah, Stewart's Ferry.
What was your experience, Jackson?
Yeah, it was fine.
Anything go off in your hand?
Nope.
Good for you.
Just a nice Waffle House.
Yeah, better watch that pepper spray, buddy.
I went during the daytime, though.
Especially if there's a young woman by the name of Ariana March around.
I was at the Waffle House that you went to after leaving my house the other night.
How was that?
Yeah, it was good.
That's a good Waffle House.
It's a great Waffle House. Had a triple over light plate, scattered smother cover chunked. And I don't get any meats with it. That's what the chunk's for. And I like my toast dry, please, so I can dip it in my my overlight eggs.
Do you get a waffle?
I do not typically get a waffle.
So you hate America.
But if I do get a waffle, Jackson, I want that sucker extra dark. Thank you very much. I want it crispy. I don't want it flimsy. I want it crispy. And by the way, Waffle House superior in every way to Cracker Barrel. I'll fight you over it. Man,
I think that's fair.
I like putting eggs on waffles.
Now I'm hungry. You know, if I had, I'm not a I can't stand pancakes. I just don't like pancakes. I mean, I can't stand. That's harsh words.
I don't like a sweet breakfast.
There you go, Weaver. I don't care for a sweet breakfast. French toast, no thank you. Pancakes, no thank you. Waffle, no. But if I had any of that, I would have a waffle.
Yeah. Well, I would put my eggs and my bacon on the waffle and then fold it. And eat it like that with all that yolk running out of it.
A waffle burrito.
Yes.
Oh, my goodness. Now we're talking.
Y'all never done the waffle taco?
Well, I am now.
Put some little hash browns, some bacon in there.
That's what we're talking about. Maybe some egg right on top.
Maybe, if you're feeling it.
And some hot sauce.
That's what I was about to say. And not stupid Tabasco. I don't like Tabasco. Thank you very much. I want Louisiana. I want Frank's. Really anything. Trappies. I'll take Trappies.
I like that Louisiana.
Oh, that Louisiana's good stuff.
It's real good.
Crystal. Take Crystal. Anything but Tabasco. Tabasco doesn't taste good to me. And if you are a member of the Tabasco contingent, and don't come at me. A matter of taste. I don't make a matter of taste a matter of fact on the show. Okay. I'm going next, Jackson, with your permission.
No.
I'm still doing it.
A 25-year-old
Go ahead. Go
A
ahead. I'm going to
25-year-old
win
Florida
anyway.
man landed in handcuffs after allegedly swiping his grandmother's ride, wrecking it, then trying to torch the thing before bolting like his pants were on fire. Miami Township cops rolled up around 2:30 a.m. Wednesday after some sharp-eyed locals spotted a smashed-up sedan near Route 450 and US 50, then watched a tall man in a white tee and jeans sprint away from the mess like he was training for the Olympics. Officers found the poor car nosedived in a ditch, banged up beyond belief with weird scorch marks along the driver's seat and gas tank. Somebody clearly tried and spectacularly failed to light up. A quick license plate check led them straight to the owner, an elderly woman who said that her grandson Robert had snatched the keys earlier that night without so much as a pretty please. Cops nabbed Robert Bass loitering near the crash scene, looking like he just walked off the set of a bad day. He allegedly copped to stealing the wheels, plowing into something hard enough to total it, then attempting an amateur pyrotechnics display before deciding on a midnight jog sounded like a better idea. Now he's staring down charges of grand theft auto, drunken driving, and apparently failing arson 101.
Oh, this is fascinating, Jackson. Because while Ken Weaver will probably walk away with the victory today, as he most often does, you and I have somewhat competing arson stories.
Oh, you have arson as well?
I do.
Where's your arson?
South Korea.
Oh, God.
That's going to be a good one.
South Korean police say they are seeking an arrest warrant for a woman who set fire to her apartment building while trying to kill a cockroach with an improvised flamethrower.
Justified, freer.
What?
Justified.
You think it's justified? Cockroach?
Yeah.
You, by the way, Ken,
Yes,
did
sir.
you know that Jackson is petrified of cockroaches?
Really?
We saw one on the floor the other night.
Oh, big old water bug.
Oh yeah, big old thing. And Jackson did not care for that at all. And I kicked it, and it kind of, you know, little legs were kind of going, and Jackson ran down the hall, screaming like a little girl.
I did not.
I think
I did say a swear word when I saw
my
him.
impersonation of Jackson after I gave the little cockroach a kick, and Jackson said 3 times in a row, "That's a big one. That's a big roach. That's a big roach." And I gave it a little kick, and it started going, and Jackson went, "Ah! Ah!" At least that's what
You see what's funny is
That's
the
what I
first part
remember.
of that story is true.
That's what I remember. I remember Jackson going, "Oh, oh, don't put it on me, don't put it on me."
Don't put it on.
South Korean police say they'll seek an arrest warrant for a woman who set fire to her apartment building while trying to kill a cockroach with an improvised flamethrower. One of the woman's neighbors died after falling to the ground in an attempt to escape through a window. The woman, who is in her 20s, told police she was trying to burn a cockroach with a lighter and hairspray, adding that she had used this method many times before and never had any trouble with it. But on Monday, several items in her home caught fire. Police in the northern city of Osan said the woman could be charged with accidentally starting a fire and causing death by negligence. Blasting cockroaches. Listen up now, Jackson. Blasting cockroaches with Jackson's giving me the evil eye since I made fun of him for screaming like a little girl. I'm getting the evil eye from him. I mean, is this how you're going to look at Tony, what's his name, when he leaves the Tennessee Volunteers for the San Francisco?
No, I think it's time.
Do not try to kill a cockroach with a homemade flamethrower, i.e., lighter and some sort of flammable spray.
No,
It's
sir.
not a good idea. And you can hurt people. And this woman tried to do it, and she burned her apartment to the ground.
Well, and
Also, it's Tony Vitello.
My bad.
and she was going to hurt that poor little roach.
I know. Poor little fella.
Oh, that's not a loss.
He's just trying to live his little life.
He ought to move to Sumner County.
Oh, I want to go see if that little fella's still in the hall. You think he is?
I hope not.
I'm going to go find out. 54 after the hour. That's how we play Nincompoops. Give us a vote. 615-737-9986. It's The Murphy Show on Super Talk.